Welcome to TaNaCh Talk. I'm your host, William Hall, broadcasting live out of Kingsland, Texas, USA, with another episode of Judaism and Christianity, a contrast with Rabbi Stuart, the man Federow, coming to you from the Big H, Houston, Texas. Today we're going to be discussing a little bit about the Jesus sending the demons into the swine. That's
Poor
gonna
little
be
piggies.
Poor little piggies. Poor
Oh,
little
those
piggies.
poor little piggies.
That's funny.
This little piggy went to the ocean. This little piggy had a demon. Right.
That's so funny. New fairy tales. Not fairy tales, new, what do you call those little nursery rhymes? Most of those nursery rhymes are kind of morbid anyway. Okay, well, there we are. So we've got the whole situation that happens to show up in the same chapters in Matthew and Luke. No, did I do that right? Matthew and
Yeah,
Luke?
they're all synoptic, all three.
Okay, oh, they're in three of them. Oh, only
I believe they're all three. Yeah, Mark and Luke.
Okay, and this is just so happens to be in Matthew and Luke, in both the same chapters. So Matthew 8:28, and then Luke 8:26, I think, something like that. So, where this is coming through a point where a bunch of miracles that Jesus has been doing, and then all of a sudden, in 28, says that when
but see, that's the point. The whole issue of this story is to make Jesus look like he's all powerful.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's not like other instances where, I don't know, prayer or God or whatever intercedes. It's Jesus.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the issue.
Right.
That's why this thing is told. Yeah. And it's probably why it's told where it's told.
Interesting.
Okay. Look, it starts Matthew 8:28. Look at Matthew 8:27.
But the men marveled, saying, "What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?"
Right. And then on the heels of that, you have the story about how demons obey him.
Right.
And they plead for their lives. Do not kill us earlier than our time. Wait. Kill demons earlier than their time? That's an interesting concept.
This translation says torment. Don't torment us before
before our time.
Yeah.
So what does that mean before our time? Demons get punished for whatever they did? I mean, it's just very strange, the whole text.
Well, for me,
after even the wind and the waves obey him, now the demons obey him.
When I was a Messianic, this is one area they love to use to point out to Christians how stupid they were. I'm not saying Christians are stupid. I'm saying Messianics would do that, and they would say, here it's even obvious. I mean, if the swine, they could go anywhere they want to, they could just go out in the field. They could be, cast into birds' head, but they wanted to be cast into the swine if that's where they felt comfortable. Why would any Christian want to eat something where demons feel comfortable? It's like you throw trash into a trash can. So why eat food out of a trash can? You wouldn't. So I get it. That makes sense. But still, it's just there's a lot of stuff going on here. So
yeah. Okay. So Matthew 8:28. After Jesus had crossed the lake, he came to shore near the town of Gadara and started down the road. 2 men with demons in them came to him from the tombs. They were so fierce that no one could travel that way. Suddenly they shouted, "Jesus," this is the demons, shouted, "Jesus, Son of God, what do you want with us? Have you come to punish us before our time?" Not far from there, a large herd of pigs were feeding. So the demons begged Jesus, "If you force us out, please send us into those pigs." Jesus told them, "Go." And they went out of the men into the pigs. All at once the pigs rushed down the steep bank into the lake and drowned. The people taking care of the pigs ran to the town and told everything, especially what had happened to the 2 men. Everyone in town came out to meet Jesus. When they saw him, they begged him to leave their part of the country. What? Does that last line make sense? He's a miracle worker. He controls everything, and then all of a sudden they're saying, "Get out of here."
It kind of does, because if he just destroyed some people's property, a whole herd of pigs.
Oh, yes, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
So better that this destroyer of our personal private property leave us than have somebody who can save us.
But what doesn't make sense, it says the people tending to the flock. They went and telling everybody about everything that happened with the two men also. They could.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. They could care less about the men. All they care about is the worry of what happened to the swine. You know what I mean? And if they weren't believers or followers anyway, how would
that's not how I would understand that. I would understand that to be, hey, you got to watch this cool thing that happened to these two men. Remember those two men who kept bothering us and would walk by the tombs?
But if these were the tenders of the flock, the people who were taking care of the flock, and they were hired to protect them.
Right.
I guess they would be using that in a negative sense, like, why? Well, this is how we lost him. It wasn't our fault because there was these two guys. That would make sense. That would make sense.
So Jesus obeys the demons. I think that's a little weird too.
Granted them their wish, yeah.
31, the demons begged Jesus, if you force us out, send us into those pigs. Mm-hmm. I understand your comment about garbage goes to garbage pail. Okay, and the pigs were like garbage pail, and they acted like garbage. That's what pigs do. And they eat garbage. That's what pigs do too. But the demons could go anywhere they wanted to.
Why would they want to go into the pigs?
Why would they care where they go?
Right.
They just want to take over another body, another person, and make them do stupid things. So to me, the demons begged Jesus, if you force us out, send us into those pigs. Why? What's to their advantage of going into mm-hmm. pigs instead of just walk away, go to the field, go to the next city, go somewhere else?
I just saw, going back up in verse 4, I was just seeing a different area, a different thing that was going on where Jesus laid hands on the leper and healed him. And it says, and Jesus said to him, now Christians say that Jesus' purpose was to come and end the law and put it all away, but he never really says that the law is over, or he's not even to say, he never says anywhere that it's fixing to be over. But instead here, it says Jesus told the man, and said, see that you tell no man, but go your way, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a testimony unto them.
Right.
And it's like Jesus is telling them to obey the laws, right? So
right
there would have been a great place to say, if you'd only come, 6 months later, you wouldn't have to do the law anymore, or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And the whole point of this is publicity.
Mm-hmm, right.
And everyone will know that you have been healed. Oh, really? Who healed you? Well, this man named Jesus.
Right.
So it's publicity stunt.
Now, he does say, go and tell no one to the leper, but that's really
the messianic secret.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody I'm here. Don't tell anybody who I am.
Yeah, and that doesn't make any sense either, because if he's a town leper, everybody knows he's a leper, and all of a sudden the next day he's not a leper anymore.
Right, exactly.
How can you not say anything? False humility, maybe, I don't know.
What they are doing repeatedly here is they're showing Jesus doing miracles to extend or create or establish his reputation of being a faith healer and in control of the universe. That's what they're doing here. Mm-hmm. For the whole chapter. Okay?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. 8586. When Jesus was going to the town of Capernaum, an army officer came to him and said, Lord, my servant is at home in such terrible pain that he can't even move. I will go and heal him, Jesus replied. Mm-hmm. But the officer said, Lord, I'm not good enough for you to come into my house. Just give the order, my servant will get well. I have officers who give orders to me, and I have soldiers who take orders from me. I can say to one of them, go, and he goes, and I can say to another, come, and he comes. I can say to my servant, do this, and he will do it. When Jesus heard this, he was so surprised that he turned and said to the crowd following him, I tell you that in all Israel I've never found anyone with this much faith. Many people will come from everywhere to enjoy the feast in the kingdom of heaven with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But the ones who should have been in the kingdom will be thrown out into the dark. They will cry and grit their teeth in pain. Then Jesus said to the officer, you may go home now. Your faith has made it happen. Right then his servant was healed. Faith is more important than works. Your belief is more important than your behavior, than your actions. And this proves it.
Mm. Something I found interesting here is because Christianity teaches that faith is a blind faith. You believe without seeing. the substance of things hoped for with the evidence of things unseen. I guess that's what they say. But
Right.
verse 10 says, after this man comes to him, he says, the man said, I am under authority and having soldiers under me. And I say this man goes, he's basically telling him, I understand authority is what he's saying. Go and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And he says, the whole point is, the man is telling Jesus, I understand authority. So therefore, if you do this, then this will happen. And Jesus said, he should have criticized him based on Christian theology. This isn't about what you know. It's about believing in things you don't understand. This man totally understands authority. And Jesus complimented him and said he has the greatest faith of anybody he's seen.
Right.
Because he understood. His faith has nothing to do with not understanding and not knowing. Faith is understanding and knowing, So that's kind of wild.
William, I wrote something a long time ago, and one of the lines I used in what I wrote was, in Judaism, faith is believing in something because it stands to reason, not believing in something beyond reason.
Right, that makes sense.
And if it doesn't stand to reason, then believing in it makes the person a fool in Judaism.
Right.
In other religions, Christianity, it's things not seen and whatever the line was.
So let's, since we're kind of on this topic, let's go ahead and just kind of move into, or not move, but keep it here on this whole demon possession thing. Is there, we know there's healings and stuff in TaNaCh and the Old Testament. Do we have anything that has demon possession in TaNaCh?
Demon possession?
Like what we see in the New Testament.
I don't remember it ever being called demon possession. You had Saul.
That's the only place I can think of.
Okay, but I don't think they call it demon possession. I think they said he was, I have to look it up, but I can't remember offhand. I don't think they ever called it demon possession.
Which of Endor?
Let me see something.
That would be, where are we at here? That would be in 1 Samuel 28, looks like. It's a ritual, see. Let me just go there instead of looking up in this Google lens here. So 1 Samuel, what did I say, 1 Samuel 28, I think it was? Let's check that out.
Wrong.
Huh?
D-E-M-O-N.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's say it doesn't say.
Wait, what?
That story is kind of amazing. So verse 12, it says, and when the woman saw Samuel, he summoned up Samuel, prophet said, she cried with a loud voice, and the woman spoke to Saul, saying, why have you deceived me for your Saul? Okay, so, but you could almost say that there was a possession, maybe not really a possession, but something going on there, but not demon possession, like you said,
Wait a minute, I want to check something.
Okay. Yeah, the Witch of Endor, 1 Samuel 28, guys, if y'all want to read up on that. So, okay, let's see. So, anyway, so I guess that's kind of my point. Is I don't know of any demon possession type stuff in TaNaCh, which means it makes me wonder if all that.
I try to do in the King James, because this comes free with computer programs. With the word demon, it found none anywhere.
Okay.
I went to King James, and it uses the term devil instead of demon.
Right.
So I looked up devil, and the first instance of devil is in Matthew, not the TaNaCh.
Right.
So,
which is really just, to me, is mind-boggling. It's like they're bringing something brand new, out of this. As to me, is like another fear factor thing, in my opinion. So. Okay,
right.
So
okay.
we keep this up, we're going to have a short show.
Hey, that's fine. But why is this? Oh, obviously.
Okay, let's see. Let me think what I was going to say. So what were you looking up? The word demon, I guess.
Wait a minute. Let's do this right. Search. Okay. Demon. Oh,
I know what I'm going to do. While you do that, I got an idea. So.
right. Demon, devil don't exist in the English translations of the King James or the JPS, the old JPS, not the new one.
Right.
What other words would they use for devil, demon?
Evil spirits.
Okay, let's check that. Let's just do spirit.
Demon is a Greek term, I think. So let's see. The evil spirits are not called demons in the Old Testament. So what the heck are they called then? Here we go.
And when the spirit of jealousy,
but
not spirit like they're talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about
demon,
possessing, like really evil, wicked, spewing blood.
Right. And there remained 2 men in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad, and the spirit rested upon them. That is the ability to prophesy. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see anything like that at all. I see the basics, like you said, in with Saul, after he died, and then just spirits of.
Right.
But that's not like evil spirit.
Right.
Like
Well, but that's a good example, though.
Yeah.
So, the woman of Endor. Some people say witch of Endor. It never says she's a witch. She's a woman of Endor with the ability to conjure up souls. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that the place she's at is called Endor, which means fountain of generations.
Mm.
I guess that's pretty close to the spirit they kind of mean, maybe, but not evil spirit.
Yeah.
It's not a demon. It's not a devil. I don't think it exists in the Hebrew Scriptures. Mm-hmm. What I can remember offhand, but with my memory, who knows?
So between making up demons and all the plagiarism that they try to mimic the stories of TaNaCh, of Christians call the Old Testament. So it's just the whole entire. I mean, everything about it we already know is very dishonest and disingenuous for sure. Well, I don't have anything else on my mind, and that was like 20. It was like a 17-minute conversation.
10 minutes.
17 minutes since we started.
10-minute thing.
Wow. We got to carry this on a little bit, though.
Is there anything else that we can think of?
Yeah. If not, we'll just make this a short show. Because I mean, when you're watching this, and you're watching this now, of course,
that's fine. We got no interplay with an audience, so
so I'm going to be at. I'm actually. As you're watching this, which will be on July 31st at 7 p.m. for the 15-minute program that it is, I'm actually out of town, and so Rabbi Federow and I decided to get together for a quick discussion, give you a little short topic, and also a way to say, hope you guys have a great Monday.
Yeah, we wouldn't want them to forget us not being there Monday night.
And the whole time I'm looking at the wrong camera. Mike, this little camera that you're seeing me in is actually lit up, so I'm looking at that one. I'm not looking at the right camera. So sorry about that, guys. So yeah. So anyway, it's always fun to get together regardless. So anyway, even if it's just for a quick phone call, you stay in touch.
Always, that's
and this
true.
This is us
agree.
This is us staying in touch with you guys.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so you guys have a wonderful week, and Rabbi, I love you, man, and we'll see you all
love
soon.
You too.
Take care, everybody, and have a great one. Take care, bye.
Hello, my dear friends. Hope this message finds you well. If you like the way this channel is going, and the channel has been a blessing to you, please consider supporting the channel by going to the website, TaNachTalk.com, TANACHTALK.com. Thank you once again for your time and for supporting TaNaCh Talk. Shalom.
תמיד כולם ביחד, חשוב מכל חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד. איפוק זו העוצמה, ויתור זו הגדולה, השאיפה והכמיהה.